I think that was 1 million. Oh, I didn't want to waste the energy, but oh crap, we just literally did 1 million damage. What's up, gents? Dirtbag Gaming here, the channel for casual raiders. We haven't done a Seer guide, so let's do a Seer guide because I've been using her a lot lately in Doom Tower. So we're gonna go over artifact skills, masteries, and we're gonna kind of like show her off in some PvP. She is like literally the biggest nuker in the entire game, especially being an epic champion. So let's get into it. First off, her skills are pretty unique. They're pretty cool. But attacks one enemy has a 20% chance of granting an extra turn. So when this procs, you're like, yes, I'm closer to my karma burn. But it's not really crazy. When you build her with the gear that we show her, she does hit actually fairly hard on some of these skills. But it's called knockout. Like it's a pretty cool A1. Relentless would be cool, but you don't want to with relentless. You just want to hit as hard as possible with our karma burn. Ready 2 places a 30% increased crit rate buff on all allies for 2 turns and a 25% weaken debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. So you're going to want to build it with some accuracy with the karma burn and this, but I'll explain in a little bit. But she can boost up her crit rate if you don't have anybody to boost it up for her. But if she has 100% crit rate starting off, you don't really need this. It's kind of just an extra buff to eat when she does her karma burn. You can get this down to a 3-turn cooldown. Not bad. She does buff everybody else because she is a support champion. She's a support champion that literally hits as hard as anybody else in the game. Then what she's known for is the karma burn. Now it removes all buffs from all allies and enemies. All right. Then attacks all enemies. Damage increase according to the number of removed buffs. So that's why you need accuracy, because to strip the enemy team, you need accuracy to take off their buffs. Sometimes you don't get everybody's buffs because they have really high resistance, but has a 50% chance of placing a sleep debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. The chance of placing a sleep is increased by 5 for each debuff removed. So almost always there's going to be a 100% chance of placing a sleep, as long as, again, you have enough accuracy. And that's really all you need is accuracy and just to make sure you hit as hard as possible. So how this works is, I'll show you, but every buff, like let's say Bad Alcazar, right? He puts out 2 buffs on each person that continues heals. So that's 2 times 5, that's 10 buffs right there. So 10 times 5, that's an extra 50%. You're already at 100% chance to place a sleep. But she's going to remove those 10 buffs, and every buff that is added is going to do more damage to the enemy team. So how you want to kind of play around with this, which we'll show you, is you just want to get as much buffs on you as possible. And the champions that can place multiple buffs are going to be huge to pair with Seer. All right, or is resistance in all battles, which isn't bad. Like sometimes she's my lead in PvP, sometimes she's a lead in PvE, but it's not a bad thing. Now the masteries, you just want to get. Now this isn't based off anything besides enemy max HP. So it hits really hard on bosses, hits really hard on Doom Tower waves. You know, so that's all it's based off is enemy max HP. So you don't care about tag, you don't care about literally anything besides just crit damage. That's basically it. Now my gear isn't the best for Seer. Sometimes you see Seer with over 300 and some crit damage, which is really all you should be focused on. But the masteries, we just want to get down to crit damage. So let's get just as much random stuff like extra for the first hit, more damage for targets with higher max HP, crit damage, crit rate, do more damage to people with shields. So you can actually increase damage inflicted by 4% for each debuff. So if she has debuffs, or you run the one legendary that puts up the 3 poisons, Grip Tuck, you put that on there, she's actually doing 12% more damage. Like you can stack her damage so much in this game. And obviously getting down to extra 20% crit rate. And then accuracy, we do need her to hit. So we need her to have a lot of accuracy, just kind of getting all the way down. This is just for funds to kind of extend it doesn't extend sleep, but extend the weekend and stuff like that. But I think that's it. That was just kind of like random thing that we put on her. So the best set for her is probably going to be Savage and crit damage. If you just go 3 crit damage sets, that would be good. If you go like a set that has something like the new set, the really good set, the 30% crit damage, If you do a set like that, that could be good. It gives you speed, but crit damage is really what you want to be focused on, as well as Savage. So Savage I highly suggest because it does work with her burn as you ignore 25% of the defense on champions, which hits really hard, and an extra 20% damage for the crit damage. So for the weapon, we got crit damage, speed. I need her fast, fast enough. Accuracy, crit rate, crit damage. This one has crit rate, speed, accuracy. Like this is like a perfect shield for her. Then we have crit damage. You always want crit damage gloves on her as long as you have crit rate for substats. We only have 6 for the substat there, but we have 8 and 9 speed. Again, attack doesn't really matter for her on her A3. This one, resistance, it was just like the only piece I had for Savage that had crit rate and speed, so that's kind of why we put it on her. And then 45 speed boots with crit damage, and that's about it. The accuracy, you definitely want an accuracy banner. Like, again, you need her to hit her and debuff and hit the enemy team, but you just want as much speed as possible. And then crit damage, obviously, for that with accuracy, and this doesn't really matter. You can go like attack, defense, make her more tanky. You can do that. And these are her total stats. So we got her up to 264 crit damage. We only have 84 crit rate, but I usually run Bad L as my lead, so he gives me an extra 25% crit rate. You can run Mausoleum Mage, which he has a spell that gives you 30% crit rate. So she almost always has 100% crit rate with the spells. Now the spells do work with her, so if you put a crit rate, crit damage spell on her before she strips it, that actually takes into effect, which is huge. So that new fat guy would be amazing with her. So I definitely want him, but I don't. 235 accuracy, this will get higher once I level up the banner, but if you have like over 300, that would be perfect, but you definitely want accuracy on her. Speed, 194, not the best. In Arena, she definitely isn't fast enough. I usually have her in my Go second team, so when she get rezzed up by Cardinal, Mausoleum Mage puts out his buffs, somebody else puts out his buffs, and then she comes in last and then kills the enemy team. Like just nukes the crap out of everybody. We'll show you some of that. And then a little bit of HP and attack. Right? So those are her stats. Now we're just going to have fun. We're going to kind of throw her in some stuff. But she, again, is in my Doom Tower team. So if we run Doom Tower real quick, I'll kind of show you. This is a crazy team. Like, you probably don't have this team, but this is just some of her stats that she actually does. So this was from my last video. Let's actually put the good team in. All right, so this team again is very good, but again, this is an end game Doom Tower, but this is kind of going to show you how much she's hitting for in hard mode. Floor 80, I think, 70 something. So if I run this on auto, you'll see who buffs up. So first person's going to buff up is her. She's going to decrease defense, which really helps with Seer because that actually applies to it. So when you put up decreased defense, she hits even harder. Then he's going to we can put up this one, which gives me 2 more buffs. He's going to put up 2 more buffs, and that's 20% more damage to the enemy team. But look how many buffs we have. We have 2, 4, 6. 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 times 5 is 30 buffs. You literally have 30 buffs to strip off your team automatically, and then just do damage to the enemy team. So let's put this on 1 speed, and let's show you how much you can hit for. 371,000. So that's what she does in Doom Tower. Now let's go into some dragons, because I actually use her in my speed run. I'm not really fast with my dungeons, but my speed run with my dragon team. Let's see who I ran last. This is probably from my last video, yeah. So it's kind of run the same team, boom, boom, boom. And then who else do we have? Prince Cameron. All right, so we'll run this team. And it'll be the same thing. She'll, like, you don't need this much damage, but she does this much on the waves. Again, if you don't have any of these champions, Mausoleum Mage puts out 3 buffs each. The guy you get in Doom Tower normal, he also has 3 buffs, and I think 2 of them Mausoleum Mage doesn't have. So that's 5 buffs per person right there. So 5 times 5, that's 25 buffs that you're putting on your people for 2 champions. But just like, why is that much damage done? It's crazy. And let's see how much she does on the boss, because this is enemy max HP, so it is based off the dragon's HP, her damage, and again how much buff she's taking off. The decreased defense once we put her on him does apply, so it helps out do more damage. So let's see if we can slow it down. So 2 more turns. Now what's cool is like her A1 has a chance to proc the extra turn, which it did. So then she goes back in, and if that procced again, she would have been able to do the Karma Burn. But next turn, it happens faster now because her A1 procs an extra turn. So sometimes when it's like on one turn cooldown left, and then she runs in with her A1, procs the next turn, and then she does a Karma Burn. Like it's so key in some moments. But I just want to see how much damage she does here. 648,000 on the dragon. That is awesome. So look at his health just literally jump all the way down. Now it's not the faster run because we did pause and kind of slow it down, but she's cool. Like she literally makes the run so much faster. If I did speed tune it, like this isn't perfectly speed tuned, you can run her in literally any dungeon and she'll do literally the same exact thing. And then once she goes again, she's just going to kill the dragon. As long as it's on cooldown, which it is. Now it's off because Prince Karma just reset it. Boom. 844,000 damage. That is awesome. And why would you expect that from her? Like, this is bad. And why would, like, usually it's like a Cold Heart or a Royal Guard or something like that. But if you have Seer, Void, 2.9 million damage. All right, so again, good in all these. Not so well in the Spider's Den because she has to strip the buffs. So if you kind of like, I tried her, she doesn't one-shot the spider. I tried it, just not the best. So let's get into some PvP. That's kind of what you're really gonna love her in. So if we throw her in some PvP, let's see if we have any good teams that we can kind of go second on. So if we do this team, this will be it. So if I survive, right, this is going to be hilarious. But now he has the shield set back on. So he actually starts with a buff already. So if he were to go first, obviously this isn't for that team, but if he were to go first, he'd start with a buff. So that's 4 things that he could put on each person. So he is perfect partner with Seer. So let's see if we can survive. If we survive, perfect example. Let's see. And again, accuracy is huge in the arena. If you don't have accuracy, you're not going to be able to strip the buffs. So who's going to go first? Obviously they go first. Can she nuke us down? All right, there you go. So now we're going to be able to go, hopefully. So Seeker's going to go, boost up her speed, attack, I don't know, somebody who hopefully you won't die to, him. Counterattack. Now, if we have enough accuracy, all these are going to go away. Watch. Bring back up. Let's load this down. So we have this, which gives us 3 each. So let's count how many buffs we have. We have 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then they have 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 times 4, 7, 14, 28. 28 plus 14, 30, 40 plus buffs, right? 40 buffs. If we have enough accuracy, it strips all of it. Let's see who lives. Nobody. Yeah, so that's kind of fun for her. So as long as you survive, if you can survive, it's very fun. If you don't survive, it's not as fun. But this team, again, same thing. She's going to strip all of that. So you can't run with Cardinal because she will kill Cardinal. She'll strip the unkillable buff off her. But you know what? Screw it. It's for the video. It's for science. All right, so let's get into it. She's going to strip off. Yeah, so this probably isn't good because they do have a Trunda. So we stripped off. Oh, not enough accuracy. You suck. That was terrible. All right, so now Mausoleum Mage didn't get to go. So this probably isn't going to work if I res Seer. But they also have buffs on the other team, so maybe it will. So I res up. They're going to have to strip those buffs. Mausoleum Mage will go. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be enough. Can I survive another round? Yes, let's go. So, well, let's see. Let's see if we survive. I don't know. And then they go. If they kill Mausoleum Mage, we might be able to survive. Oh, just kidding. She did her A2 by accident, which kind of is stupid AI, but it worked for us. So now let's bring these guys back up. He's going to boost up, increase attack. Let's attack her. And then he's going to do the buffs. And then we're going to strip. Let's go 1 times speed. And then, boom. All right, so look, didn't take away all the buffs because of my accuracy. She probably has more than 200 something resistance. So that is exactly why you need accuracy with Seer to yeah, just resisting everything to make sure that she finishes off the team. Especially like higher gold 4 matches, you're going to see like Siffy and all these people with crazy resistance. But there you go. That's awesome. Let's try one more with go second team. Go first team, it's she's just too slow. So we can try, actually Hegemon team, this is great. So Warlord gets around Cardinal's immunity buff with his thing, him and Basher. So I probably can't run the team. This team I could sometimes survive, most of the time I can't. But Skull Crown actually is sometimes a problem with Seer because of our unkillable buff. So if we do this, if I survive, it's up in the air. If I don't, I'm probably gonna die. But I'll show you how unkillable definitely screws over Seer with Skull Crown. And I survived. Okay, so now we res up. And then do this. Now if he attacks her and she has the counter attack, I might just die. So let's just see. Oh, Seer didn't even get to go. So let's just go with this 1x speed. Now they don't have a lot of buffs up, so it's kind of not going to hit as hard. And then counterattack. Yeah, so this is just a good counter to Seer because of the counterattack, the revive, the unkillable. It's not a good. That was the only team that I couldn't beat going through with my Seer teams. Like with my 3v3, anytime I saw Skull Crown or Sinesha, I just couldn't beat it. Let's see if we can do a go first team. So if we do this, and then we do him, and I guess we'll bring Lydia in because Lydia is going to have the 2 buffs. She's going to increase the speed. She's going to, she's perfect with Seer. It's like having a Draco and a Bad L in the same person. Battle also is good with her because he puts up 2 buffs and he gives you an extra 20% damage if they have poisons. So if we just put this on auto, let's see what it does on auto. She won't do her Karma Burn if she doesn't know if she can kill the enemy team. But with all these buffs, she almost knows that she can kill the enemy team. But did you see that she survived? She was put to sleep, which is, you know, a part of her skill. So she does get put to sleep, but she didn't die. And also, he doesn't die because of his passive as well. So these are just some counter to Seer. If you have those champions, you can counter Seer. But and then Seer just runs it and gets a final kill. So pretty cool, right? She hits really freaking hard. Now let's see how hard we can actually get her to hit. Let's run Dragon one more time. And let's see how many buffs we can get up on her. That's not Dragon. She's good in Faction Wars. Very, very good in Faction Wars. So let's go to Dragon. Now I'm gonna run like we're gonna run her. We're gonna do Bad L. We're gonna do my level 50 dude if he's fast enough. Actually, I don't think he's fast enough. But this guy will give her the extra, I think, 21% damage. Him. So now we got him up to 208 speed. So let's try this out. Everything's just gonna proc, like his thing's gonna proc, 20% extra damage, decreased defense, all of his buffs. So let's see how much we can hit for the first wave, and then we might die on the second wave. We don't have a reser. Yeah, so this is good. All right, so decreased defense, and we put up 2 buffs on everybody. Now Mausoleum Maid's gonna put up these buffs. And then she's going to put up these buffs. I don't know why I called Bad L a she. And then he's going to put up this. So this is poisons on everybody. And I increase the damage on all my guys. Look at that. All right, so count 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 times 5 is 40. So 40 buffs going against that. I haven't done this yet. Let's do it. I can't even see. Scroll out. Right there. Best angle. Sorry, I can't. All right, there we go. Ready? I think that was 1 million. Oh, I don't want to waste the energy, but oh crap, that was. We just literally did 1 million damage. Oh yeah, that was awesome. All right, so we got Everybody survive. Now we're at the boss. Let's see if we put everything back up. So I think it's going to be 40 buffs again. And let's see how much we can do on the actual dragon. So we'll put all these up. We'll put these up. He's going to go put up this. All right, so we'll slow it down and hopefully we can see the damage. Just look at this. Oh, God. Oh, look at that. So she proc. All right, let's go. $1.3 mil. So I think if she had like a crap ton more crit damage, like you might see on some other people on whales, but she'd probably get down to like 2 something million damage on the dragon. Like basically, be like if I were to reset, like let's say I had a Prince Kaimar, we'd probably just reset here and then Seer just hits her again. But that was actually clutch. Like if I didn't record that, you wouldn't have believed me. Oh, that's awesome. All right, is she gonna karma burn again? We might. I don't know what the. Oh, we're still on 1 speed. Go again. But yeah, I'm telling you, proccing that extra turn is sometimes clutch. And when you're making videos, it 100% is clutch. There's so many poisons on my team, it's crazy. She's gonna finish them off right here. Another 636,000. So that was cool. That was a good video. So crit damage on this is not bad, but there's no crit rate, so I'm gonna sell that. But destroy set you definitely want to keep for Doom Tower. All right, guys. So I think that's everything that we really care about for Seer. You can have her in an auto team. Again, she's going to do her karma burn if she thinks she can kill somebody. If she doesn't think she can kill the target, it happens in Doom Tower sometimes. You can't do it on auto, you have to do manual. But you saw what the damage output she can do. It's kind of crazy. It's actually hilarious. Like when I do her on stream and you just see how fast she kills the enemy team, especially in PvP, people just like, wow, I didn't know she does that much damage. If you build her right and you have the team to support her, here's another thing I want to test out. Is the new champion. I hope I didn't put him back in the vault, but the new champion you get from Doom Tower. Why am I? All right, so here. So new champion you get from Doom Tower, which also puts up 3 buffs. He also, if you don't have Mausoleum Mage, he could also be a substitute for Mausoleum Mage with the buffs. So you take this guy out, he actually does more. So I actually think I need to just put speed gear on him and test them out. But Mausoleum Mage, his spells are, and they don't stack, so if one has the same spell, it doesn't work. Crit rate, defense, block buffs. Crit rate, defense, block buffs. He has crit rate, crit damage, and speed. So the crit rate won't stack, but at least 2 of Mausoleum Mage's spells will stack. But with him, he actually brings 30% crit damage as well. So crit damage on top of her 200 and something crit damage. She has 264. So then she goes up to 294 crit damage with that guy. So that I have to test out because this guy just came out. So crit damage and crit rate and speed. So she is going to be faster, which is cool. Yeah, what's his passive? Yeah, so nothing crazy. So yeah, I think that's really cool. I think that is insane. Him and Mausoleum Mage being able to put 3, 4, 5 buffs up. 5 times 5 is 25 buffs, just those 2. 20, 25, 30 buffs when they have the shield. So it's literally 30 buffs just with 2 people. So 2 people with Seer, that's 3 people. You can bring 2 more people. So whoever has the most buffs that you can bring with you, which most of the time it's going to be Bad L, because he puts out 2 each, and the extra 20% damage. And you need really 1 more person that puts out a crap ton of buffs and hopefully can boost your team. I think it'll be hilarious. So we got to try that out. Video coming soon. when we get that guy leveled up. But guys, let me know what you guys thought about Seer in the comments. If you have her, if you enjoy her, I have 3 of her, 2 in my vault. I haven't used them yet. I might bring them in just so we don't need Prince Kaimars. We could just run her for each wave. That would be pretty cool. I don't know if I have all the gear or the time to do that, but I appreciate it. If you guys aren't subscribed, hit the subscribe button so these videos pop up for you. We are on Discord. We are on Twitch and YouTube streaming. So we do stream every once in a while, every couple days, but we are up to 500 subscribers. So appreciate all of my Dirtbag Nation who followed me. There are account takeovers going on. There's 2 coming up this weekend. So if you guys aren't subscribed, the only way to get one is to win through one of our videos with subscribers. So guys, I appreciate you all. Let me know what you think in the comments. Good luck with everything, and we will see you in a video soon.